The Resilience Across Borders podcast is intended for education, support, and inspiration. I am not a psychologist or a medical doctor and do not offer any professional, medical, or health advice. If you are dealing with or suffering from any psychological or medical conditions, please seek help from a qualified health professional. Hello and welcome back to Resilience Across Borders podcast. I'm your host, Rachgid, and in today's episode, we will discuss how clarity is power, how to get crystal clear on what you want and why. There is a reason why so many people feel stuck and fulfilled or constantly pulled in different directions. It happens to all of us, and it's not always about talent, timing, or luck. Often it's a lack of clarity. So when you aren't clear on what you truly want and why you want it, even the best opportunities can pass you by. But when you know what you want and why it matters and how you're going to get there, it's like switching on a spotlight in the dark. Suddenly, you know where to go, what to say yes or no to, and how to measure progress. Clarity is the starting point of change. Clarity brings focus. Brings motivation, it brings decisiveness. Without it, we'll find ourselves overthinking decisions, jumping from one thing to the next, struggling to follow through, feeling like we're busy, but we're not moving forward. But with clarity, even small steps can feel powerful because they are aligned. So, how do we get clear on what we want and why? So, in this episode, we'll just focus on 5 steps. Number one is asking better questions. Most people ask vague or fear-based questions like, what if I fail? Or what should I do with my life? A better question leads to a better answer. So here are some questions to try. What would I pursue if I knew I could not fail? What experience do I want to create in my life? Meaning like really the experience, the feeling, what I want to feel, who I want to work with, where I want to work, or what I want to be doing, who I want to be doing it with, and where, and so on. Or what kind of person do I want to become? Because this focuses on the identity, because that identity determines what we can do consistently and what we will do consistently. If something really doesn't match with our identity, good luck, because you'll try, but it just won't stick because it is not part of that identity we have created for ourselves. Circling back, instead of I want to make more money, a better question is, what would having more money allow me to do? And more importantly, what would it allow me to feel? The answer might lead to, I want more freedom. I want more time with family, which gives you something more specific to design for and then design around. Number 2, you can write a personal vision statement. Writing things down helps make abstract thoughts concrete. It's a better window into your thinking. A vision statement brings clarity to what you're working toward and then also why you're working towards that. So you can try this. Write a 1-paragraph statement that describes your ideal life. Say 1 to 3 years from now. Include how you envision that you're spending your time, who you're with, what you're working on, and how it feels. Example, in 3 years, I run a flexible business from home, spend afternoons with my kids, and take 2 international trips per year. My work feels meaningful, and I wake up energized and grateful. Now, that's something to work on. That's something to look forward to. And then something that creates a vision, creates a future you can memorize. Number 3, break it down into decisions and actions. Once you know what you want and why, ask, what are the decisions and actions that move me closer to this? You can try this. You can create a short list. What I want, fill that out. Why it matters, fill that out. What will I do this month? Write that out. What will I stop doing? Also, more important, as much as important, or sometimes more important, is what we stop doing. What has been just unhelpful but sucking up our time or making us feel like crap, right? Anyways, so example, I want to publish a book. Why? To inspire others and share my story. What do I need to do? Block 30 minutes every morning to write. What do I need to stop scrolling social media first thing in the morning? So, anyways, as an example. Number 4, revisit and refine often. Clarity isn't always a one-time thing. It's okay if your vision evolves, but don't let that be an excuse to stay foggy. Check in with yourself regularly. It's really worth it to this vision. That's everything to you. So you can chisel away at it. You can refine it. You can continue to make it better, and you can continue to make it clearer. So you can try this at the end of each month. You can journal on what worked, right? What didn't work, right? Is my why still true? Is it still relevant? Okay. And where do I need to make adjustments, or what needs adjusting? So, example, you may start with the goal of growing a podcast to gain influence, but after a few months, you realize your true motivation is deep conversation and connection. That shift brings new clarity and joy. And also it may change how you approach your podcast, or how you want to make deep conversations and connections. Number 5, use the hell yes or no filter. When you're clear on what matters, decision making gets easier. If something doesn't align with your vision, it's a no, even if it's a good opportunity, because it's not a hell yes. So try this. Use the question: does this move me closer to or farther from my vision? If you want to free up time to write but get offered a time-consuming side project, clarity helps you politely decline without guilt. You can even apply this to relationships. If you're on the fence, it's okay, is this a hell yes for going forward with this relationship? Or if it's not a hell yes, then it's a no. Especially like a lifetime partnership that you're considering, or a business partner you're considering. So anyways, bottom line, clarity equals alignment plus action. You don't need all the answers right now, but you do need a direction, a reason, and a first step. Being clear on what you want and why isn't about rigid goal setting. It's about making your life intentional. It's the foundation of momentum, confidence, and fulfillment. And if you want a prompt, you can always ask yourself, what do I really want right now? And why does it matter to me? And then put a tool in place, create a one-page clarity map. What you want, why, this month's actions, and break it down from there. And then also what to stop doing and what to get rid of. And then you can reaffirm to yourself and you can remind yourself, I move with clarity, and clarity grows as I move. So, as always, thank you for tuning into the Resilience Across Borders podcast. If you're enjoying this podcast, review it, share it. Let us know that you are enjoying it. You can go to the blog at resilience.com, ATRESILIENCE.com. There you find links to more episodes. You will find links to the journal that helps you get focused and stop sleepwalking through life. And then also some online courses. It's a growing list of online courses, actually. So remember to be kind to yourself and be kind to others and stay resilient.